Hey guys, welcome back to the Chelsweets kitchen. Fall is finally upon us, and that means one important thing, that it's pumpkin spice latte season. So today we're going to be making a pumpkin spice cake. We're going to be using 4 layers of my favorite pumpkin cake recipe. We're going to be filling it with a pumpkin spice buttercream, and then we're going to be shaping it into the actual shape of a cup. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's get started on the assembly. We're going to begin by building the cake into the shape of a cup, but we're going to do it in reverse order so we can have an easier time frosting. So we're going to start with the biggest layers on the bottom. And we don't really need to put frosting on it because once we flip it over, we'll add some more frosting. So here I've taken my favorite vanilla buttercream recipe and I've added in some orange food coloring and also about a half a teaspoon of pumpkin spice seasoning. So we're just going to apply a thin layer of buttercream here, and then we're going to stack on our other cake layers. And we're going to repeat this, and we're going to put our smallest layer on top. We've stacked our 3 7-inch cake layers, and we're taking our smaller 6-inch cake layer and we're facing it upside down because we're going to flip this over once this freezes. So we're going to set this on here and we're going to pop it in the freezer so it can really firm up so we can easily shape it into the shape of a cup. So now that our cake is nice and frozen, we're going to start to trim down the sides. So now that our cake has firmed up, we're going to apply a thin crumb coat, and then we're going to apply another layer of frosting. Now I'm going to take a very wide tip and I'm going to just apply an even layer of frosting all around the cake. You don't have to use a wide tip, you can just use a spatula to apply your frosting, but this makes it so much easier to get an even coating across your cake. We're now going to smooth. We're going to fill in any gaps we need as we turn. So you can see I have a little air bubble there, and I'm just going to kind of fill it in like that. I'm going to scrape some extra frosting off of my cake bench, and then I'm going to go around and smooth. And I like to just do this a few times until I think the edge of my cake looks smooth enough. I'm going to do one more pass now, and then I think we'll be good to go. And then we're going to pull the base in one more time. And then the last thing we're going to do before I pop this in the freezer is we're going to hold our cake bench flat against our base, and we're going to scrape away any excess buttercream that got smeared onto our base. And it's always a good idea to do this before you pop it into the freezer because once that buttercream firms up, it's a lot harder to get off. So now that we've let our cake firm up, we're going to take a little bit of our vanilla buttercream. We're going to put it on the base of our cake here because we're going to flip this over and we want to make sure that it sticks. We're going to set it on the bottom. You want to make sure this is pretty centered. You want to just push down. And now we're just going to flip it over. Ta-da! Perfect. So our next step is going to be to take a nice large round tip and we're going to pipe a border around the top of our cake to kind of simulate the lip of the cup. So we want to hold this nice and high above to really get that circular shape. Great. I'm going to smooth out this little bit. If you have any bits you want to kind of smooth down or reshape, feel free to use your offset spatula to do that. And now it's time for the best part, the white chocolate drizzle. So we're just going to flood the whole area with this white chocolate ganache that we've colored orange. And now we'll just smooth out any little bits that didn't get covered. And then pipe our whipped topping on top of this. So we're just going to use a regular open star tip. This is a Wilton 1M tip. And we're going to make a nice big swirl in the center. Put our cute little pumpkin logo that we've made onto the front of our cake. So we're going to put a little dab of buttercream right in the center of the cake where we want the logo to be. The very last step is to insert a straw into the whipped cream of the cake. And just like that, our pumpkin spice latte cake is complete. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like and subscribe button below. To see the recipe for this cake and all of my other sweets, you can visit Chelsweets.com. You can also see more of my creations on Instagram at Chelsweets. Hope to see you guys again soon!